Good morning students, this is Latif sir. In this video I am going to discuss about the second chapter of class 6th chemistry. The topic is elements, compounds and mixture. In this video first I will discuss about matter. So what is matter? Matter is anything that has that occupies space and has a mass. Okay, so anything that occupies space and has some mass is termed as matter. Anything that occupies space and has mass is termed as matter. And the space occupied a matter, or the space occupied a thing, is called its volume. And the amount of matter contained in a amount of matter contained in it is called its mass. Okay, now see composition of a matter. Matter is composed by very small particles, very teeny particles, which are known as atoms and molecules. So first you have to know what are molecules and what are atoms. Okay, so see, first one is molecule. Molecule, the smallest particle of matter which cannot be further broken into smaller particles without changing it without changing its fundamental properties is called a molecule. So molecules are the smallest particles of matter which cannot be further broken into smaller particles. Okay, so the smallest particle of matter which cannot be further broken into smaller particles without changing its fundamental properties is called a molecule. Now see what is matter, atom. The individual particles of matter, the teeny individual particles of matter that combine to form molecules is called atoms. Okay, so atom is very teeny for individual particles which combines to give a molecule. An atom may or may not atom may not exist in nature independently, but molecules can exist independently. Okay, atom may or may not exist. Sometimes atom can exist also in nature independently, and in maximum cases atom cannot exist in nature independently. Okay, but molecule can exist in nature independently. You have to remember this line. Here it is also only written that atom may not exist in nature independently, but atoms of some element can exist in nature independently. Atoms of noble gases, atoms of noble gases or inert gases, they can exist in nature independently, and maximum atoms, they cannot exist in nature independently. Remember that. And molecule can exist independently in nature. Okay, and we cannot see atoms or molecule with our naked eyes. Okay, and they are very extremely small size, atoms and molecules. So matter is made up of molecules, and molecules are made up of atoms. Now classification of matter. On Now see classification of matter. On the basis of its composition, matter can be broadly classified into two groups. One is pure substances, another is mixed substances. Okay, pure substances and mixed substances. So matter can be classified in two groups. One is pure substances, another is mixed substances or mixture. Pure substances can be further classified into elements, compound, and compounds or mixed substances can be classified into homogeneous mixture or heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so first you have to read about pure substance. What is a pure substance? A pure substance A pure substance has definite molecular composition and a pure substance has a definite molecular composition and a fixed properties. A pure substance has a definite composition and fixed properties. Okay, and they are made up of same type of molecules or atoms. For example, gold, silver, table salt, water, sugar. These are some example of pure substances. Gold, silver, table salt, that is NaCl, water, sugar. These are some example of pure substances. Okay, this is because their chemical composition is fixed, and they have fixed chemical property, chemical and physical properties. Now see characteristic of a pure substances. Characteristic of a pure substances. The characteristics of a pure substance are, first one is definite composition. Most important characteristic, definite composition of pure substance. Okay. For example, gold is made up of only gold atoms, and silver is made up of only silver atoms. Water is made up of only water molecules. Okay, in which in water molecules there are two hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom. In a water molecule there is two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. So composition of water composition of hydrogen and is to oxygen in water is fixed, that is 2:1 ratio. Okay, so composition of this element gold, silver, water, always fixed. Okay, next property definite next character is definite properties. A pure substance has specific physical properties. For example, they have specific melting point, boiling point, smell, taste, and they have also specific chemical properties. So pure substance has specific physical properties and has a specific chemical properties also. Okay. For example, pure water from any source will always boil at 100 degrees Celsius. So boiling point of pure water, a boiling point of pure water is always same. Okay, so a pure substances has definite properties. Next point, physically invisible into physically indivisible into simpler substance. A pure substance cannot be broken into simpler substances by any physical method. A pure substance cannot be broken into simpler substance by any physical means. Okay, remember that, by any physical means. For example, water will remain water no matter what physical method are applied to it, and gold will remain gold. Okay, so the elements, the components of a pure substance cannot be separated by applying any physical method. Okay, so a pure substance cannot be broken into simpler substance by physical methods. So these are three important characteristics of pure substance. Now see mixed substances. So a mixed substance or mixture is made up of two or more pure substances. Two or more pure substances with no fixed composition and with no fixed properties. So a mixed substance or mixture is made up of two or more pure substances with no fixed composition and no fixed properties. And it is made up of different type of molecules and atoms, while pure substances are made up of same type of atoms or molecules. Remember that. Okay, the substances that make up a mixture retain their individual properties in the mixture. Example of mixture: a combination of table salt and water will form a mixture. Similarly, dough is a mixture of flour and water. So these are some example of mixture. Salt water solution, dough is a mixture. Now see elements. I have told that pure substances can be subdivided into uh, elements and compounds. So now I'll discuss about elements. So elements are pure substances. Elements are pure substances made up of same type of atoms. Made up of same type of atoms. Elements are pure substances that are made up of same type of atoms. And there are almost 118 elements are found in nature, and out of this 118 element, almost 92 elements are man-made found in nature, that is naturally found, and rest of the elements are man-made. Okay, so example of elements, common example of elements: hydrogen, nitrogen, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, sodium, magnesium, phosphorus, silver, gold, mercury, iron. All these are some example of elements, and different elements are made up different type of atoms. Atoms of certain element join to form molecule, and that molecule of that element, for example, two oxygen atoms join to form oxygen molecules. Molecules of some element have single atom, for example, molecules of helium, neon, they exist as a single atom. And molecules of some element, uh, at and molecules of some elements, huh, in some elements, the composition of that element are molecules. In some cases, some element exist as molecules, and some elements exist as atom. Okay, this is the conclusion. Some elements can exist in molecular form, and some elements can exist in atomic form. Hydrogen and helium are most abundantly found elements in nature. Hydrogen and heliums are most abundantly found elements in the universe. Okay. Now here it is written, the heat and light we get from our sun, are due to these two elements, hydrogen and helium. Oxygen, silicon, aluminum, iron are most abundant element found on the earth crust, found in the earth crust. So oxygen, silicon, aluminum, iron are most abundant element found in earth crust. And almost three-fourths of air on the earth is nitrogen. Plant bodies are mostly made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen and nitrogen. Okay, and our own bodies are made up of mostly of carbon, hydrogen, calcium, iron, and oxygen. Okay, these elements, carbon, hydrogen, calcium, oxygen, iron, these elements are present in our body. And elements are further classified into metals, non-metal, and metalloid, and inert gases. So first type of elements is metal. Most known elements are metal. For example, iron, silver, gold, mercury, lead. These are metallic elements. Okay. So the properties of metals. See, properties of metals. Metals, they are usually hard, solid at room temperature. Metals are usually hard solid at room temperature. Though there are few exceptions to this rule. It's like sodium is a metal, but it is soft metal, and can be cut with a knife. Mercury is a liquid metal, okay, which exists as liquid at room temperature. Second point, metal, they have high melting point and high boiling point. For example, the metal tungsten has highest melting point. Tungsten has highest melting point, whereas mercury has the lowest melting point. Okay. And third characteristic of metal, they are usually lustrous, that is shiny. Their metals are ductile, that is they can be stretched to make thin wires. They are ductile. Metals are malleable, they can be beaten into thin sheet. And metals are sonorous, that is they produce a deep ringing sound when struck. And they are generally good conductor of heat and electricity. Tungsten is a poor conductor, so tungsten is an exception. Okay, so metals are characteristic of metals. They are generally hard. They have high melting point, boiling point. They are usually lustrous. They are ductile. They are malleable. They are sonorous. and they are generally good conductor of heat and electricity. Now see non-metals: hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, all gaseous substances are non-metals. Okay, iron, and some non-metal can exist in solid form, some non-metals can exist in gaseous form, some non-metal can exist in liquid form. For example, water is a non-metal, okay, which is liquid. So hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, bromine, iodine are some example of common non-metals. And non properties of non-metals. Now see properties of non-metals. Huh. Properties of non-metals, just opposite of metals, just opposite of, they may be solid, liquid, or gas at room temperature. For example, carbon and sulfur are solids, whereas oxygen, hydrogen are gas at room temperature. Bromine is a liquid non-metal. Bromine is a liquid non-metal, okay, which exists as liquid in at room temperature. Okay. Second point, they have low melting and boiling point. Non-metal have low melting and boiling point. Exception is there, diamond and graphite. These are non-metal, also they have high melting and boiling point, diamond and graphite. Okay. Next point, non-metals, they are usually non-lustrous. They are usually non-lustrous. Huh. However, graphite and iodine are lustrous non-metal. This is the exception. Non-metals are non-ductile and non-malleable. Non-ductile and non-malleable. And next point, non-metals, they exist as solid, are brittle in nature. That is, they break into pieces when hit with a hard object such as a hammer. Okay. And non-metals, they are non-sonorous, and non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. Bad conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, but graphite is an example. Graphite, which is a good conductor of electricity. So graphite is an exception. Okay, so the main feature of non-metals, they may be solid, liquid, or gas at room temperature. They have low melting point and boiling point. They are usually non-lustrous. Exception is there, graphite and iodine. And they are non-ductile, non-malleable, and non-metals exist as solid or brittle, and they are non-metals and non-sonorous. Okay, and they are bad conductor of heat and electricity. And graphite is an exception. Okay, graphite is a good conductor of heat and electricity. Next type of compound or element is metalloid. Metal, non-metal, metalloid. Metal are elements which have properties in between metal and non-metal. Metals and metalloids are elements which have properties in between metal and non-metal. Example of metalloids: boron, silicon, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, polonium, germanium. All these are some example of metalloid which have properties in between metals and non-metals. And last type of elements, inert gases. Inert gases, inert gases, uh, elements that that are gaseous in state and that neither react nor undergo chemical reaction, okay, or chemical change easily, are called inert gases. So inert gases, they are usually exist in gaseous state, and they are non-reactive. They do not react with any other elements. Example of such gases: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. These are known as inert gases or noble gases. Okay, and they are found only in extremely small quantities in air. Okay, and next day I'll discuss about symbol of elements and compounds. Thank you, students.